The Toronto Blue Jays have taken down the Boston Red Sox in a pivotal series of this season. They won the series 3-1, and we are going to be breaking down every game from the series, and let's get right to it. In game one of the series, what basically happened the first couple innings, nothing really much was happening. The Boston Red Sox scored 2 runs. One of them, which was the top of the fifth inning, if I remember correctly, they left bases loaded. Alek Manoah got out of the jam. But then coming into the bottom of the 5th inning, the Blue Jays scored 9 runs, starting off with a Randal Grichuk double. Then Bichette hit a double. Then I forget what happens, honestly, next. It'll show it on the screen. I'll probably see after. Then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. hits that clutch home run. Well, we were already winning by 3. But still clutch. That bat flip. Smashing the bat on the ground, which is pretty cool. And then basically what happened next was Victor Robles, I think his name's Victor, I forget, hit Randal Grichuk with a pitch. He hit Grichuk with the pitch, which it was like his second pitch of him being up. It's kind of obvious that he intentionally hit him. I don't know if he did. I'm not him. He's the only one who knows. And basically what happened was there was some chirping going around. Then what happened next was, I forget who was up, I think Valera, and he threw it into the dirt near his feet. Then he went back, was chirping at the Jays dugout again. So then the players and managers started coming up, but Alex Cora came out, held back Robles, who was approaching the Jays dugout. Then Springer, after that whole thing there, hits a ground rule double to get 2 more runs. And basically, that was the game. Of course, there are other runs. Like, the Sox got 2 more runs with, I think it was Hunter Renfroe, a 2-run bomb. Jays also got some more. Nothing big, though. And that's basically it for Game 1. Jays won 12-4. And let's get to Game 2. Game 2, we had Robbie Ray against Nick Pivetta. 2 pitchers who've been doing really well this season. Surprisingly, because they were average before. But yeah, basically, this was doubleheader game number 1. So it was only 7 innings. 1-0 was the final. So basically, all that happened was the pitchers just kept striking people out, getting people out. But there was a controversial thing, but it didn't matter in the end. In the 6th inning, the Sox were knocking on the door, almost scored it, and the Jays looked like it got a double play. But Verdugo would have been safe at first, but he never hit the bag. But they ended up calling him safe because Lourdes Gurriel was playing first base and his leg got in the way. But didn't matter in the end. The next guy got out, 2 outs. And basically how it ended was, this was the one part of the game I missed, by the way, Marcus Semien hitting a walk-off home run, clutching up for the Blue Jays. And yeah, Game 3 was pretty much the same thing, but a bit higher scoring, so let's get to talking about that. The second game of the doubleheader was very similar to the first game. Very low scoring, but it was 2-1 Red Sox in the end. I didn't watch this one because I was playing on PS4 because it was later in the day. But I know what happened, basically. But I just don't know who did everything. So the Jays were up 1-0. Then quickly, the Sox made it 1-1. Then in extra innings, well, kind of, it was the 8th inning. But games are to 7 innings in doubleheaders. So in this 8th inning, the Red Sox scored with the extra man on base. And basically that's it. The Jays could not score after that. So the Sox came away with the win 2-1 in Game 3. And yeah, the 2 middle games of the series, the doubleheader games, were kind of boring. But the most action-packed game of the series, maybe between these 2 games in the season, was to come in Game 4. So the Blue Jays ace against a not so good Red Sox pitcher. Sounds like an easy win. Well, it was not. Ryu, even though the Jays won in the end, Ryu wasn't quite that solid throughout the game. Red Sox really kind of got into him. And the Sox were up early, scoring a bunch of runs, up 7-2 on the Blue Jays. Looked like, this is going to be a blowout. Not going to be too fun. But then, in the 7th inning, Jays got a bunch of RBIs. I don't know what happened before, honestly. I didn't watch this game. I only watched some of the highlights. And so in the 7th inning, it was 8-4 Red Sox. Yeah, 8-4. And I forget who, but they got some RBIs, got 2 runs in the inning to make it 8-6, catching up, going to the 8th inning. And then what happens next is 2 men are on base, bottom of the 8th, 2 outs, and George Springer is up to bat. And Springer knocks a home run off one of the best relievers in the game, Matt Barnes, who also gave up the Semien walk-off on 1 pitch. And Romano would go down to shut down the Red Sox, and the Jays would win 8-9 in a comeback win. Honestly, this is bittersweet, because I remember when you were all about it when the Red Sox made that comeback earlier in the year when the Jays were up 5-1 in Fenway. But now they have to come to our turf, and we get them back, and even better of a comeback, honestly. So, yeah, in conclusion, the Jays, ever since they've gone back to Toronto, have been really good. Sox have been starting to slip. Some say it's because they didn't do much at the deadline, which is kind of deflating their players. But who knows? I don't know what's going on there. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe if you want more content like this. Also, say if you want more content like this in the comments. And that is it.